and welcome back to another video here on the Lil'X YouTube channel. As you may have seen by the title, today we're going to be taking a look at the Google Nexus 5, a phone LG and Google collaborated to bring to the market back in 2013, 8 years ago. It's amazing how long we came since then. Quick fun fact, this was my first smartphone that I purchased new back when I was a freshman in high school. My phone before this was a LG Optimus T released on T-Mobile, which was a hand-me-down from my sister back then. We may or may not be taking a look at this classic masterpiece, so subscribe just in case we do. Anyways, coming back to the Google Nexus 5, one of its strongest factors which attracted me the most when looking for a phone to purchase was its great price for the specs back in 2013. When it was released, this phone was only $349 here in the US, brand new, for a 16GB model, which back in the day, it was more than enough, storage. The only downside was that you could not expand the storage like most Android phones released at the time. One big advantage though was that this phone carried the same top-notch processor as most that cost almost double that at the time. Compared to the Sony Xperia Z Ultra, which released around the same time for around $700, this phone included the same processor and the same amount of RAM for almost half the price. At the time, this phone earned the title the flagship killer, which meant that it included flagship specs for a much lower price. Taking a look around the device, at the top we have a long missed port, the headphone jack. On the side we have the power button and SIM card tray. At the bottom we have a single firing speaker, a microphone, and a micro USB charging port. Left side we have the volume buttons, and at the back side we have a Nexus and LG branding. As well as an 8-megapixel camera, which did support OIS, optical image stabilization, and a flash. Now remember I said that the price of the phone was really low for the specs that it brought with it? You might be wondering if there was any places where they were some price cutting anywhere to achieve this lower price point. Unfortunately, there were. One of the most outstanding one was a single down-firing speaker, which for the time, it was common. A lot of devices only had one speaker. However, the quality was not really top-notch, being quite quiet at times. Another one was the camera. Pictures and video quality weren't really top-notch even for the time. However, they were fine, especially since you got OIS for the price. Other than that, this phone packed a lot of what even some of the newer flagships in 2021 lack, such as wireless charging and NFC. You could make touchless payments back in 2013 with this phone. Now jumping into the software side, when this phone was released, it came loaded with Android 4.4 ice cream sandwich. Man, the surnames that they used to use back then, back in the day, nowadays it's just Android like a number, like iOS 5, iOS 15, whatever. This phone though did get 2 years of software update support, being updated all the way to Android 6.0 Marshmallow. However, I only kept the device long enough to witness Android 5.0 Lollipop back in the day. Now, as expected, this phone is now being dropped for software support list. However, you can still do quite a lot with it, even in 2021. I did try to get this phone working on my T-Mobile SIM card. However, it does not support the newer T-Mobile LTE bands, but Wi-Fi works great. When unlocking the device, you notice that the display still looks quite sharp, even in 2021. It is a 4.95, basically a 5-inch, Full HD 1080p display covered under a Corning Gorilla Glass 3. For reference, here's my iPhone 13 Pro Max, which includes a 6.7-inch display. Quite massive difference there. Now, taking a look around the OS, you will see that it is still quite smooth with almost no lag in the interface. And even though it is quite old, you can still watch YouTube and use most of the Android apps, and they look great, or well, just as good as they did back in 2013. One of the games which I spent hours playing was Asphalt 8, which we will go ahead and take a look at. Pretty good if I say so myself. Now, taking a look at the camera app, which did lack some pro features such as manual focus and whatnot. However, it was pretty easy. You can record videos in full HD. As we can see here, the quality is decent, however it is definitely showing its age. Same with the pictures, they are still passable, however not great quality as we have come to expect from today's great cameras both in Android phones and iPhone flagships. Now you might be wondering, why did I purchase this device if it really doesn't offer much functionality in 2021? Well, mostly for the nostalgia purpose. I really enjoyed this phone back in the day, and luckily I was able to find one on eBay for such a great deal that I could not pass over. I really enjoyed using this phone back in the day, and in my opinion it still looks great in 2021. One more thing, yes, while I am mostly an iPhone user, I still like Android just as much as I did back in 2013. Thank you for watching this video and joining me at taking a look at this device that I enjoyed so much back in the day. If this is your first time visiting, and you would like to, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It really helps a lot with the channel, which in turn enables more giveaways. Let me know which was a phone that you used to have back in the day that you still think it looks great even in 2021 in the comments down below. And like always, catch you guys in the next one.